Hey guys, welcome back to the What is Coaching videos. Joining me today is my amazing business partner, my wonderful wife, Alicia.
Or Vanna White.
Or Vanna White. She's going to be doing all kinds of amazing things on the whiteboard. So today's video is the million-dollar question, no pun intended. Can I make money as a Beachbody coach or a team Beachbody coach? Can I make money, going into business for myself? And the answer is yes. Now, before we show you these numbers that we're about to show you, I need to preface this by saying that none of this is guaranteed. It's all based off of the amount of effort that you put into this business. The only thing I can tell you is that I can promise you that we will meet you halfway. We will give you all the tools and the training. You will have all the same products, all the same tools and resources to help yourself be successful. The only thing that will separate you from us or any of the other coaches on this team will be the amount of effort that you put into it and how much you're willing to stick with it. The only variable in the equation will be you. So, if I haven't mentioned it already in previous videos, we've been coaching for what, 9 years?
Almost 9 years.
Almost, it'll be 9 years this year. It's 2017. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you where we started and kind of where we are now with one of our business centers. And you're like, wait a minute, one of our business centers, what does that mean? So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about this, but I just want you to understand it so that you'll understand some of these numbers. As you become more successful in this business, you are given the opportunity to open up other business centers. For example, like let's say you opened up I don't want to say McDonald's. Let's say you opened up a Subway, for example, and you do really well and you start making money, and the company comes to you and says, hey, do you want to open up another Subway franchise across town? And you're like, yeah, sure. And you open up another Subway, and then you get that Subway successful, and then Subway comes to you and says, hey, you're doing so well with these 2 Subway franchises, will you open up another one? And you're like, yeah. Same thing with the coaching. When you sign up as a coach, that's your first business center. So as you become successful with that, and we'll talk more about this in the training if you sign up, you'll get to a point where you can open up another business center, another business center. So for reference, between the two of us, we have four business centers, probably soon to be 5 this year. That's one of my goals. And so they all kind of feed up to the same bank account, but we're just going to pick one of the business centers, which was one of our first ones, and show you where we started and kind of where it went. So we started back in what? 2009.
2009. We signed up in 2008, but didn't really do much with it.
That's right.
Start making money because we just kind of did it as a discount for a while. So 2009 was kind of when we started seeing the money.
And to be honest with you, to expand on that, I think when we signed up as coaches, we really didn't have much of an understanding of or an appreciation for what this could actually become. And it was like once we started making money, it was like, oh wow, like this is a legitimate thing. So coming up on April, so we went ahead and picked April as our example month. So I'll let you go ahead and start off the first year, April 5th, 2009.
Yeah, April 5th, 2009. We made a whopping $19 that week.
That week. So do you want to here put the date?
So what was that? 4 or 5?
Yeah, 4/5/2009.
Oh, we were writing this.
All right. So April 5th, 2009. That week we made $19. Now let's just say that's the only amount of money you made every week for the rest of that year. What would $19
You
a
would have
week?
made an additional $418 for that year.
For that year. Okay, so let's go to.
Hopefully you can see this.
Yeah, let's go to 2010.
So
same exact week.
4/7/2010, we made just in one business center $146.41.
So if you made $146.41 every week for that year, you would have made.
Guess what? $7,613.22.
So now, she's facing the board, so I hope you heard that.
Yes.
And in case you can't see it, $7,613.22. I wonder if we should switch to black.
Now keep in mind that this is just what the paychecks were this time every year. So obviously the paychecks vary. Some weeks they were more, some weeks they were less. So this just kind of gives you an idea. We just picked 1 week out of 1 year and went through the past several years.
And I want to add something to this, and if you want to trace those numbers in black real fast, just so you guys can see it on video. It looks like it's showing up, but I feel like the black will show up better. But just so you know, I want you to understand, like she was saying, there's such a huge difference between $418 in 1 year to $7,613 in 1 year. Now, why does it go from $418 to $7,613 in 1 year? The reason why is because there's a saying that we use in this business a lot, and it's be here a year from now. We always tell our coaches, because it always takes time to understand how to build a coaching business, understand what it takes to help customers be successful in their fitness programs, to help them change their lives. This is not Tupperware. This is not Mary Kay. Those are amazing companies. But what we do as coaches is amazing, but it takes time. Like, we're asking people to change their lives, change these really bad habits that got them in a place where they don't want to be and don't need to be. So that takes time for us to teach you how to help them. But in 1 year, you can see how much that one business center grew in just 12 months. So next one, yep. 2011.
So now we're at April 2011, April 6th.
And right with the fat side, so it shows up fatter. Yeah, there you go.
$553.22. And now this is just 1 week's pay.
Yeah, this is 1 week.
One business center.
And if you made $553.22 in your business center every single week for 52 weeks in the year, you would make $28,767. So that's kind of impressive, considering most teachers, we live in North Carolina, most teachers
they probably make a little more than
make
that.
a little bit more than that, but I mean, that's almost what a teacher makes, which I think teachers should make way more than that. I think you guys should be making six-figure salaries. And oddly enough, I could not have set that up better. I have seen numerous teachers enter into this business because teachers have an amazing passion for helping people and teaching them and wanting to help people grow and change. So I've seen teachers take a salary of $28,000, $30,000 a year, Monica, who got me into this business, and turn it into seven-figure incomes, six-figure incomes. So oddly enough, I'm kind of glad that came up. So next year, 2012, April 2012, it was $1,139.06
for 1 week.
In 1 week. So in 1 year, like, you know, it jumped here, jumped here, jumped here. If you made $1,139 for 52 weeks, your business would make you $59,231.12. So let me briefly pause to really drive something home with you if you're that are watching this. When is the last time, those of you that work for businesses, and if you want to go ahead and start running down the numbers, go ahead. When is the last time, thank you by the way, that you went to your boss and said, hey, can I have a $59,231 raise this year? If I was a betting man, I would say probably 0 to none, or 0, none, absolute zilch. The thing that I love about this business, and the thing that it took us time to realize, is that so many people that work for corporate America and work for other companies that have other CEOs think in their minds that that's job security. It's like, why would I want to leave a secure job to go do something on my own that I don't know is going to work? It took us a long time to flip that mentality. So let me explain this to you, what we've learned. There is no job security unless you work for yourself. We are the only ones that can control the amount of hustle that we have and the amount of hustle that we put into our business. I can't control whether a CEO of a company that I work for, or a principal, or a superintendent of a school system, or a board of chairman board, or whatever of a hospital is going to determine if and when I lose my job, if and when I get a pay raise, if and when I get benefits, if and when I get this, how much time I get off, when I can have sick leave, when I can take my family on vacation. The moment that we started working for ourselves as independent coaches and formed NC Fit Club, we took control of our lives. Our financial stability was completely in our hands. Nobody can take this away from us but us. It's an amazing feeling, but it's also extremely scary. And there's a moment in this business, as you start to build that self-belief, that you realize, oh my God, I'm actually capable of doing this. And once you get over the self-doubt that you have about yourself, you realize that the sky's the limit. You realize that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to.
So all right. So from 2012, the same week, roughly, it dropped a little bit. Like I said, I wasn't trying to make up numbers. So this particular week of the next year, the numbers in this particular business center,
it was a couple $100 off.
$200 off. The next year in the same business center was about the same.
And actually, I can actually explain this. I just realized, if you don't mind, I'm going to pause you for 1 second. So by this point in the business, we had opened up multiple business centers.
Yeah.
So this business center was no longer the main focus of where our retail sales were going through. And again, this is something you'll learn in the training. So as our business centers began to multiply, our retail sales, we moved all of our sales and commissions to these other business centers. So basically what you're starting to see from this business center is basically just the volume bonuses that I mentioned earlier, the reward bonuses for helping our team be successful. So some of this is commission, but a lot of this is our bonuses and rewards for helping our team retail and make commission and build their teams and grow. So when you think about this, this is just one business center. There's 3 other business centers that are adding to these weekly numbers.
Right.
So anyway,
right.
So 2013.
So 2013, 884 was that week. 2014 was $1,118. 15, $1,337, which if we made that every week, like I said, give or take, that would be a salary of around $69,000 in just one business center. And like we said, we have 4.
In April of last
year, this particular week was $1,427. So if we just made that in this particular business center, not counting our other business centers, every single week, we would have a salary of $74,000. So with that in mind, with 4 business centers, you can see how we've been able to create a nice 6-figure income.
Yeah, I mean, this NC Fit Club has literally saved our lives financially, physically, job security wise. You know, there's a lot of stories that we could tell you that we'll share for another time if you decide to sign up, that we can get into more detail about. But we have definitely built this into a good 6-figure income business. And it's just amazing when I look at these numbers to think that just one of our business centers made $74,000 in 1 year. And I'm like, man, I had to work for years and years and years and years to work for somebody else to make that kind of money. And it wasn't even something that I owned. It was just...
Or had control over.
Or had control over. So I hope this helped. It may have been extremely confusing, and I apologize. I can understand that this can be overwhelming, but it's important to do a video like this because I think it's important for you guys to understand the big picture of this. And I'll be honest with you, there are weeks, and I just want to, you know, there's weeks that these numbers will drop and there's weeks that these numbers will grow. I mean, this number can be $3,000 in a week. I know coaches that make $17,000 and $18,000 in a week, but I don't, honestly, I mention that for those of you that are big picture dreamers, but I also kind of don't want to really sell that too much because it can be overwhelming and almost seem unrealistic. But you need to know, for those of you who are out there that don't see limitations in yourselves, and those of you that eventually will not see limitations in yourselves, the sky is literally the limit. You can make whatever you decide to make depending on the amount of hustle that you put into it. None of it's guaranteed. The only guarantee is that you put in the work and the results will come. So is there anything else you can think of to share?
I think we covered it.
So thank you for watching this video today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys later on. Peace out.